Hey guys, wow, this sounds loud. Yeah, this is the first time I'm actually doing this kind of just chit chat video where I'm just gonna explain to you guys how to make really good melodies at this point. Obviously, you can't see my face because my devices are occupied right now. My phone's charging, it's out of battery, and also my ring light is detached because my room needs to be sorted out. Everything's a mess. But I'm gonna give you guys a few tips on how to make really good melodies. But don't just take my word for it. Obviously, lots and lots, just massive amount of producers that are way better than me and know way more and could probably even articulate better than me, but I'm just the preacher at this point. Number one, the most essential part of making melodies is having a bit of music theory knowledge. And I know people are going to be like, I can't be asked to learn all this stuff. And I'm not saying you have to learn everything on music theory. I know it can be a bit boring, and I know it can be a little bit too vague sometimes, and stuff doesn't make sense, and you have to know all these notes and have to memorize something. All you need to know is differentiate the difference between chords that relate to the mood. So stuff like minor chords, which may symbolize the mood of sadness, or major chords that symbolize more happy stuff. And if you want to make like dark melodies, I recommend using minor chords because dark melodies are kind of more sadder or more kind of just angry. Number two is mixing. So this is for beginners and for producers who are kind of just at their place right now, know what they're doing. And that was a mistake for me because for the first 4 months, I think, I didn't know what panning was. I didn't really know what EQ was at the time. Kind of just me going along with it. But mixing stuff is one thing that just helps, especially if you want your melodies to sound more sophisticated, if you want like elements to not sound directly at the center of the stereo. Also, EQing a lot of the melodies out and getting rid of the bass kind of gives a lot more room for other elements to go in if you want to add like a lead. Number three is limit the amount of sounds they're using. You know, it is a kind of vague narrative to say to people that simplicity is the key. And to be honest, it's very vague because I see and I hear so many beats that are produced a lot. Sometimes this is a good thing to make beats sound more complicated. That's the good thing if you want to make it more unique, but minimize it. Don't overproduce it, because if you overproduce your beats or your melodies, it will not leave room to add in the drums, and it will definitely not leave room if you want an artist to be able to sing along or rap along. Number four, don't forget to humanize your melody sometimes. To beginners, I know it's going to sound overwhelming and there's so many information. I know it's only a few minute clip. It's not that much if you really think about this. And for advanced people, it's more important. So hear me out. If you want your melodies to sound more professional, just make it sound as if someone was playing the piano even though you can't physically play the piano. Don't make it sound like someone just penciled in a melody or a robot just generated MIDI patterns for you. The good way to do this is it doesn't matter what DAW you do, there could be an option where it says randomize velocities or humanize. Especially good for FL Studio, where you can actually strum your melodies by doing some sort of a shortcut. Strumming your melodies, especially if you're using like a VST that resembles a real instrument, kind of just makes the instrument kind of more real because it's humanized and it doesn't sound very robotic. It doesn't sound like it's from a VST. Kind of just makes the music sound a little bit more lively, you know what I mean? Number five, use your ears. Simple as that. Just use your ears, because you can be able to learn how your ears kind of just work from basically making the melodies and knowing what sounds right. Of course, use my advice, use other producers' advice, but also make sure you know what sounds right for the melody. If you like your melody to be more high pitched, then it's fine. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's kind of a preference. Just this video is kind of a guide, and if you want to make melodies for artists, then I recommend using some advices like mine or other producers who are well more kind of advanced. But yeah, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff. I'm gonna try to make a video and I hope it's gonna reach at least 1k views. I know it's gonna be dead, but that's what I'm trying to do at this point. But follow me on Instagram, stuff like that, and yeah, thank you guys.